Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're back in War Thunder looking at the last realistic map that has been added to the game recently. This map is Poland and it's based on the tank map Poland. When I first went through this map, I feel like this is probably the worst of the new ones. Not from a technical point of view, kind of like with Normandy where it finishes too quick, or from a visual point of view, such as maybe El Alamein if you don't like the look of it. That's obviously very personal though. The issue with Poland is that there's nothing going on. It's incredibly basic, and that's about it. What you have on the map is you have two sides in a neutral space, so there's no aggressor or defender, even though the map may think, or you may think when you load into it, oh, there's a domination zone there, then there's obviously an aggressor somewhere. Nope, we have two neutral parties. And we know that they're two neutral parties because it's light pillboxes versus light pillboxes with AA scattered around both sides. Now, I couldn't find any light pillboxes which were actually firing at the other side. So we're left in a situation of a stalemate, which is one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen. You just have one side sat in and around the map Poland that we have in ground forces, and then on the outside you just have a line of light pillboxes. And that's it for ground units. You have the bases, 3 of them in total, and that's it. There's nothing else to this map. Now maybe I got the wrong map. Maybe something odd went on and I clicked on the wrong thing. But this Poland map is just dull. There's nothing going on, and there's a lot of fighting that happened in Poland in World War II. Maybe you can say that it was quick, it was swift, especially in the early parts of the war, but in the late parts of the war there was definitely quite a lot going on. There are battles you can pick out and use. There are operations. You could even make the invasion of Poland a whole map in itself, with the German forces firing through and the Polish forces trying to stop them with their pillboxes, and maybe some kind of very, very weird Maginot line, even though obviously Poland didn't have it. You could throw something like that in there. But instead, we have a domination zone that nobody can capture, by the way, because there are no moving forces on either side. And then you have light pillboxes and light pillboxes. And one of the sides controls the domination zone because it literally spawned on it. So how do you win this map if you don't want to kill the whole of the enemy team? Well, you just kill the pillboxes. That's it, and the bases. There is nothing else to this map. There is no hidden quirk. There is no forces which appear at 20 minutes. There are the armoured vehicles, maybe I should say at 30 minutes. There's no imaginary army who starts invading at 30 minutes. No, it's just light pillboxes versus light pillboxes. And that means that if you are a player who wants to be the person to really influence a map and how it's going, then this is the perfect map for you. Because you have two targets as a medium bomber, or a heavy bomber, or an attacker. You either go after light pillboxes, or you go after bases and the airfield. That's all you've got. Also, the airfield AA follows the same pattern that we've seen on some of the other new maps, much more spread out and all over the place. It was incredibly accurate on this map, but then again, that might be a personal anecdote. One of the just biggest issues with this map, which goes completely contrast to something like the Sicily map, Husky, is the fact that there just is not anything going on. On Husky, there is some interesting stuff going on. You have the massive cool landing crafts, you have a you have a ship fleet coming towards you, you have carriers, you have all of these interesting things going on which mimic a historic event. In the Poland map, you have nothing. You just have two sets of pillboxes aimed at each other. And that's it. Which is why this video is going to be about this long. Because either Poland is in beta stage and they've decided to release it Or there's an issue with it, where there's supposed to be some kind of other vehicle on the map, which would justify the domination zone being there, but I don't know. I'm so confused, this map. Like, the Normandy map confused me, because I thought maybe they'd do something with Overlord. Maybe they would do fortifications, maybe they would do landing craft, kind of like how they did on Husky. Maybe they would do inland fighting around Caen, or, sorry, not Caen. Well, let's say Caen. Let's go for Caen. Or Villa Bocage, or anywhere like that. Something interesting that people know. Saint-Mère-Église, right? People remember these names. Pointe du Hoc, Main du Mont, places like this. Everybody either knows these names or have heard of it. So you could definitely base some kind of map around this. But there wasn't that. There was at least a fight, though. There was at least tanks trying to kill tanks, bashing up against each other with light pillboxes and AA in support. On Poland, there is not that. You have a stalemate. You have a World War I scenario, where all that is happening is you have two lines staring at each other, and it is for the aircraft to make the ultimate difference. Now, as I said, if you're a person who wants that, go for it. For me, that is incredibly boring. Because what happens if one of the enemy players, let's say you destroy the enemy team, absolutely ransack them, and then there's one guy left, and he flies away. If he's in a P-47, or an F-82, anything with a lot of speed behind it, you're never going to catch him. So therefore you have to go after the light pillboxes. What if you only have fighters left and no ordnance? Well, maybe you would think that over time, what would happen is some of the ground units would get destroyed. Because that's basically what happens on other maps. So if you're set in a situation where, on a map, and you have more tickets than the enemy, but they've only got one guy left, you can at least wait for the AI to kind of run into each other and kill each other, so you know you have the advantage. The guy who's running away has to be able, or has to do something to change the match. On Poland, there's none of this, and it kind of just makes me sad, to be honest. I think it is the worst map. I can see an easy fix for Normandy, which was my worst map before. With Ruhr, you had some interesting elements. The fact that there was a lot of industry around, the fact that it was some kind of aggressor-defender situation, sorry. Husky was interesting, and El Alamein, once again, aggressor-defender. There was stuff going on there. There was some kind of fights. There were zones being taken. On Poland, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, as a quick update for War Thunder videos, I have actually, in the community part of this YouTube channel, there is a poll running right now, and you can choose which which vehicles you would like to see in the next few reviews. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with words. Poland has scarred me, to be honest. But anyway, yes, you can go and vote on which vehicles you would like to see next. Just understand that I will be reviewing all of them. It's just working out which ones to prioritize. I have them all unlocked now, so now it's a chance to see what I need researched first. Also, if you want to join the Discord, which I have, predominantly anybody can join. Everybody, is friendly. I haven't really found a single person who is kind of annoying or anything like that. So, anyone can join. There's a lot of lovely people there, and yeah, you can just go chat to them. So if you want to do that, the link will be in the description for that, and if you have any replays, once again, there is a link in the description for that too. So, I'll see you next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll get to regular content tomorrow. I'm sorry for a terrible video for a terrible map. Bye for now.